Hello. It took me a while to realise this. I tried to start this broadcast, but I forgot to make myself appear online again. I was being a complete idiot about the situation. I thought I would just play Call of Juarez Gunslinger because I'm currently reviewing it on my blog because I've been playing it a lot recently. So I thought I'd just go through the story. Yeah, start a new game, just go normal. That's when you know when a game's not screwing around, it only has normal, hard and very hard. This was actually one of the last Western games that came out in the past few years. In 2013, I remember downloading this on my 360 and it's fantastic. Came out 3 years after Red Dead Redemption. I actually sunk a lot of hours into this game in the summer of 2013.
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing?
Let me know if the audio is a bit off.
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
It's a shame because Rockstar Games seemed to have scared off people to making Western games.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
What I like about this game, it has the
Jack, be nice.
somewhat overutilized,
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's
unreliable
gang
narrator,
in Bannock, Montana?
but it's
Is
done
that
in
where
such
you
a
started
fantastic
as a
way in
bounty hunter?
gameplay.
That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy.
Yeah, the
the Kid.
cutscenes aren't
You knew
terribly
Billy the Kid?
engaging
Damn
in terms
right.
of
That
animation,
scrawny
but
son of a bitch had no
it's all about the
fear.
dialogue of this.
Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
I like the Call of Juarez series. This was sort of an apology of Call of Juarez the cartel, because Tech landed this game on a small budget. Oh god, it loads so fast on Xbox One. Sorry,
It was about
I
30
played it on
years
360
ago.
recently. It loads. The loading times on
Billy
the
was
360
hiding
take
out in an
forever.
abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's
But
enemies. But before I tell you why I want that
a
son
lot
of
of people
bitch
said
dead,
Call of Juarez
tell
is
you what
Call of
happened
Duty,
that
but
day.
Western style,
I
so
was heading back to
they're
the
not far
hideout
off,
when
but
suddenly
that's quite
I
a
had this funny feeling.
Funny.
disingenuous thing to say
No,
about it.
Steve, the other kind of funny.
Need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through.
What I like about this game
had
is
no
the art
choice.
style and the gameplay.
Hell, shoot that sumbitch!
And the gameplay is quite frantic compared to the other Call of Juarez games. It's
Was
more
it
sort
Pat
of
Garrett's posse?
arena shooter,
yeah.
arcadey sort of stuff.
I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett,
It
his
encourages
army
you
of
to rush in and
surrounded
sort of
the entire
gun people down
homestead.
at speed.
I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it.
Sort of
So
like
that's
this.
just what I did.
Because the more people you gun down, your score increases, so it's basically like an arcade game. Shit. Oh yeah.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire
And
every gun
I believe
hand
I
in
have some
Lincoln
skill
County.
points. Yeah. From my previous playthrough, so I could just gunslinger, yeah. It's sort of that sort of frivolous thing where you could just increase your ammo capacity, etc. But Because I remember when people reviewed this game at the time, they said all the narrative's not very good. It's like, well, it's actually quite fun because it's unreliable narrator. Shit, I'm shooting up in there. But it is the gameplay of this game that shines because it's arcadey and it's fast and frantic. I'm about to die in a minute, Jesus. Then yeah, I'm playing this on Xbox One via backwards compatibility. Where are we going?
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
This is the main thing I like about this game, is the unreliable narrator story. Because things will start to shift in the story, and
Garrett's men were running around like
you'll suddenly
a bunch
remember
of
things
chickens with their
differently.
heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea.
I finished this game with the hardest setting, and I don't know how I did. There are a lot of games I finish on the hardest difficulty, and I go, how the bloody hell did I do that? Oh, shit. Come on. It's the bomber about revolvers from the 19th century. You have to reload the bullets each one. No speed loaders existed before, you say, but you know. Clipped-based pistols didn't exist until like the late 19th century, and they were mostly German and Austrian.
Looking to make a few bucks.
Ooh, and I'm British and I know about guns, yeah, get over it. I love guns purely for historic context.
Then, I heard a friendly
engineering.
voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told,
That's why I like
things
Western
weren't much
games,
better
because
behind
they
the
have the most beautiful guns,
I cut their
from the
numbers in
revolvers
half,
to
but that
my
just made
favourite
the ones that
rifle
were
ever, the
left twice
Winchester.
mad.
The reason I've been playing this recently, I don't know, I just got the itch of a Western, and I'm quite looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I absolutely love the original Red Dead Redemption.
Their lack of skill with a seemingly
And the year
endless
before that,
supply of
I
ammo.
played Call of Juarez, what's it called? Bound in Blood. How did that escape my mind? I've played that game so many times. That was a game where I had my 360 in the living room at the time, and my mum used to sort of almost make me play on because she wanted to make
It was a
sure
bit of a slog,
how the story
but I
ended,
finally fought my way around
because she
the back
really
of
enjoyed the
house.
story of Call of Juarez, Bound in Blood.
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
And she doesn't.
I passed dirty
Well, she
days.
does play video
And
games, but she
upstairs,
doesn't
I
play
found
video games in the
Billy
same
and
vein
Charlie
as
both.
me. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? That's what I want to do. This is the sort of thing I like in this game. Billy the Kid.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so
Get
you
to
were
the
friends
window.
with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Hold on a sec, guys. dokie. Oh shit. That's the worst part. Come on, the poor screen. What makes this game age well is its art style. It goes for a cel-shaded art style.
Like flies, but they just kept on coming.
And I just love the sound effects of this game. The Winchester just sounds so good. It feels like it could knock an elephant off his feet. And I love the blood splatter effects when you hit the in the head or whatever, and it's just, oh. One of my favourite games of 2013 is this. It's so good, and it cost, when it came out at the time, it cost like about 10, 15 quid, I can't remember, on Xbox Live and PlayStation
That's where
Network.
Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
It was totally worth it, because I believe the campaign in this is about 4 hours, 5 hours. A game that costs 10, 15 quid. Okay. Let's upgrade something in the Ranger region. There we go. And people always go about length of games, like, well, this is something that Techland didn't have to necessarily make. It was something in between their current project, which was obviously Dying Light at the time, because this was published by Ubisoft, because I believe they own the Call of Juarez license, although I can't vouch for that today, but they did at the time. Same year, I believe they released Dead Island Riptide. And they can clearly do first-person shooters. Because I myself, I didn't find Call of Juarez the Cartel that egregious compared to other people.
I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses
This is
and
what I
bring
like
them
about this
back.
game, is
I'll draw
the
their
narration of the story. Because there's no actual voice acting for the other characters. It's him doing the acting for the other characters, because he's talking in the bar. And that's what's beautiful about this game.
To cut and run.
So I just
We directed that
back
order
at the
at
school.
me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But
Because I
I
remember,
went
I
anyway.
think it was
Dumbass that I was back
Mark
then.
Walton at the time, who worked for GameSpot, said, "Oh, it's not about the story." I was like, "Well, the story's actually quite good in this game." Considering it's a budget
Many
title.
would have fled in my place.
Just love
But
the
I had that
unreliable
false
narrator
sense of
story. It's done so
invincibility that
well.
many young men had. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Because you have several people participating in the unreliable narrator story.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, man.